Hello, Tom. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tom? I cannot hear you. Oh, what's wrong? There's no sound.
Oh, now I can hear you. Sorry.
Yes, I can hear you too.
Sorry. I was very busy today, because I was preparing the material for our discussion.
So you have been searching it.
Yeah.
Oh, Martha.
Hi.
It's nice to see you here.
Yes. Happy
How
to
are
see
you?
you.
Yeah, how are you today?
Fine. I'm great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm tired because this morning I got up early and I have to finish all my homeworks, my assignments to my other online courses. And yeah, I just finished also doing the challenge in our Facebook group. I'm really sleepy.
Lynn, could I ask you, how many courses are you on actually? How many courses are you
Now?
now?
3 online courses. Oh my goodness. Hi, Frank.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes, we can hear you.
How's it
How are
going?
you today, Frank? It's nice
Good.
to see you here.
Yeah, thank you. You too. How are you
Yes.
guys?
Uh-huh. We're fine. And this is Marta. I think you know her, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
Instagram for Rebecca Challenge.
yeah. Nice
And
to meet you.
yes.
Anyway, Martha.
Mhm.
Nice to meet you.
So far, guys, how's your situation in your country now?
Here in Poland, we have we are all of us we are waiting for releasing the limitations which were imposed by our government. But to say true, the situation is not. I think it is peak of the infections now, and I don't know why the limitations should be released. I think it's a political move because here we were to elect our new president, so the governing party is pressing to release the limitations to make the elections, because if the limitations are imposed, the elections would be impossible. So they are pressing to release the limitations to make these elections. But the number of people which are infected is stable now, and we have about 20,000 cases and about 700 deaths till now. So it's not very bad as in Germany or in Italy. It's much better because I think that the limitations were imposed pretty early, so they worked, I think.
Yes, so I see. How about you, Frank, in your country?
Yeah, actually here, I don't know. It's getting kind of worse. The situation every day you see like around 2,000 new cases. We are around 52,000, I think. We were supposed to end the quarantine on May 11th, so this Monday.
Hi, Angeline. Hi, Frank.
Hey Lee,
Hello.
how's it going?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Hi.
I see.
Great to see everybody here. Hi, Jamin.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, Jimmy.
Martha, are you still there? I think you are freezing.
Yeah, I think she's either
Here.
frozen or...
Huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
well, as I was saying, um, we were supposed to end the lockdown and the quarantine on May 11th, but the president decided to extend it for two more weeks.
Mm,
So yeah,
I see. But yeah, and also in
So
Korea,
it's a good occasion to learn English more intensely
yeah,
for
push.
2 weeks.
current situations.
Yeah,
Yes.
and by the way, Tom, I watched your video. It was great, man. You did great with the video.
Thank you. I must say that it's your how to say it. Thanks to you because you advised me not to edit the video, and I decided not to edit but take it in one shot. It was, of course, terrific. The result wasn't great as I thought it would be, but it was it was the only way to make it because editing of the video takes so much time, and
Yeah,
you
of
must
course.
learn the software. So it's not
Mm.
possible to do this like
Yeah,
that.
later you will have the chance to do a little video, something more professional. But
Mhm.
for a practice, that's just perfect.
Uh-huh.
Was great. I like it.
I don't know
I
what's
think
wrong.
someone of you has shared the screen, so I think it should.
I think it's Angeline. She's always share the screen to the
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
group,
Yes, yes.
right?
I want
Okay, okay.
why a screen like this? Someone type in. Oh,
What?
yes. Welcome also, friends. Francis. Last time, Francis also joined our weekly meetup last week, and yes, and now we have new one, Martha. So how was this? Lee, you are the host today, so you have
Really?
Mm.
I mean,
yeah.
you are the one who see who's coming, who's leaving, because I'm on my phone. I'm only see myself, on my screen, and I see other people participating in, but not as fully as you are. But maybe you can do the introduction as usual.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I think we already know each other since in the Instagram.
Yeah,
It,
I've been following you around, but I'm not sure if you won't know me. So my name is Lee. Nice to meet you.
Nice
I've
to meet you.
already, know Francis. It is the first time that we talk. So nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Francis.
Hello. Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you, Lee. Yeah. I know you for a long time. Yeah. But this is the first time I participate in this group call and meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you here.
Yeah.
huh? How about Martha? Do you know her?
I know.
Yes,
Yeah.
we talk. I've known her. Like, hi, Marta.
Hi, Lee.
Have you seen everybody yet? I mean,
I
besides me.
I talked to Adeline once, and I know Frank and Thomas. I guess I know you from Influencer community as well. As
Yeah, I
for,
remember you. Yeah,
I guess we joined together yesterday's topic. Yeah,
yeah, it was great. It was great meeting. Yeah,
yeah. And
Mm,
Right.
as for Germany, I saw her video in our group in Facebook. And the last, Francis, right? I don't know you.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
And I
can.
know everyone here except Marta. Right.
Uh-huh.
Marta. Oh yes.
Marta.
But oh, Marta. Okay. Thank you. And yeah, first time know you. I'm very happy to know you here. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm happy to you know. Nice to meet you as well.
I see. Okay,
So
so
have you all prepared for the topic? Do you like it?
yeah, I just posted my video on our Facebook group.
Oh,
I think you haven't seen that one. So if you have time,
no, because
you can watch.
I'm not
I
very
have seen
active
it,
on
and
Facebook.
it. I must say, Adeline, that I saw your video, and it inspired me to find out about my local demons, about my local supernatural creatures. There
Uh-huh.
are a lot of them, and when I was listening to your speech, I was surprised how many of these creatures in your culture are, but
Yes.
I checked out in my culture, and I found out with surprise that are even more of them here in Poland.
Ah, I see. So maybe later you can share. You can make video and share to our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So Lee.
This is the first time that I do it. So okay, I try. Let me try to make it professional. Uh, so first, I would like to introduce our topic for today, which is supernatural. So I hope you are all well prepared being here. So let's start with the first questions, okay? Do you all
Uh-huh.
have the questions on your hand, or do you want me to read it?
Could somebody share the
Yeah.
screen with the questions, please?
Yeah.
Jermaine, you have it?
So, what is supernatural? Do you believe in any kind of supernatural ghosts, fortune tellers?
We cannot hear you, German. We cannot hear you.
I guess
Can I
because
repeat?
it's Angeline who's sharing the screen, so you have
Yeah.
to
Okay.
turn it off.
Somebody first.
Oh,
Let me
really?
explore again. Okay. Let me do again. You go. You guys go to the leave it to read the question afterwards. Go on first. Can
Mm-hmm.
you hear me? Okay. Bye.
Oh, where are you, Jermaine?
Maybe you need your neighbor's Wi-Fi password.
Uh-huh. What is Jermaine? You mean Jermaine?
Yeah, Jermaine.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So what is supernatural? So for me, supernatural is kind of an
Okay. Can you hear me now?
extraordinary. Uh-huh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. 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 We start again. Okay. What is the supernatural? Do you believe in any kind of supernatural ghosts, fortune tellers, horoscope, astrology, alien, UFO, vampires, angel, next life, etc.? Um, I think supernatural is something you don't understand. It's beyond science. Cannot be proved. Um, it's not with logic. Can you hear me?
Yes. So,
When you have science, that means they have a law. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It's always the same. But for supernatural, um, for example, if somebody died, you cannot hear his voice, but you seem to hear her voice or his voice. That means that it's supernatural.
German, I'm afraid I cannot hear you.
Okay, I see what's the problem.
can you try to speak louder, please? A little bit louder, because I can hear you, but your voice is so soft for us to hear.
Or maybe you could try to leave the call and come back, like, and try to do it again because you're sharing your screen for some reason.
Okay, you guys go on first.
Yeah. We'll back to you later. Okay. So Lynn, you was saying something. Can you keep up your answer? Angeline?
Yeah, like I said, supernatural is a kind of an extraordinary or something like beyond and the natural, like cannot, even though the scientists cannot explain about it. That is my opinion. It's supernatural.
Yeah. I guess we
Yes,
don't come up with the
it's
same
supernatural.
definition.
Uh-huh.
But do you believe in any kind of supernatural?
Yeah, in the Philippines, like I said, my video lately that there are many supernatural creatures in the Philippines, but I just heard it, but I never saw or experienced. But yeah, we believe it. So, but I don't really know if it's true or not, but we just heard from our ancestor or our neighbors. So yeah, we just believe it, but we never seen it.
Yeah. Thank you. We're gonna dig deeper in the next questions. So let's keep going with maybe Tom. Do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, here supernatural things are related mainly to religion, and Christianity treats these supernatural things and connecting with demons or gods as a sin. So this kind of policy makes believing in supernatural things as a sin and punish this as a sin. But before the Christianity period, there was many beliefs in our country related to demons and gods, and they are still present in our culture. And some of these demons are still believed in, and they are connected with the demons from Christianity, and for example, the creatures which were living in forests or underground are now connected with the devil, and devil is universal ghost responsible for all which is evil, and this is the creature which causes man to do evil thing, and also there are other things not connected directly to religion but to paranormal sciences, because they are people who believe that there are normal science and there are extra science, which this science which cannot be explained because we have no tools or no knowledge enough to explain some phenomena like telepathy, so connecting minds without any technical means at the distance, or fortune tellers, because even Polish police use the persons which tells that they could find lost people because they have ability to trace their these persons, and even official sometimes official organs like police sometimes when nothing can be done use this supernatural abilities of the some people. So it's funny for me. It is all rubbish. It is all bullshit. But some people some people want to believe in such a thing because it's life is easier when you believe that, for example, when you don't cross the black cat trace, you will be happy and nothing evil will happen to you. So you are more how to say it, you are more confident when you are not interacting with these phenomena like black cat or something like that. So that's all for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you come up with a lot of tradition or beliefs in your culture. Thank you for sharing. And we have a new member here,
Yes,
Vando, right?
yes, hello.
Yeah,
Hi, ladies.
welcome.
How is it going, everyone?
We're good.
Yes, you're good. We're waiting
Hi,
for you.
Vendo.
Waiting for you. And we are at the first questions. I hope you are well prepared for this. Do you have the
uh,
questions yet?
no, because I missed this something because I don't understand what is going on with my Skype. It's totally different.
Because German has shared the screen. German, could you turn off sharing the screen, please?
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that my Skype was a trouble.
Yeah, yeah, because I can see our screen, guys, like this. So I'm for who's keep using the mouse.
So while waiting for Jermaine to shut up, to shut down her
Is
Yeah,
it
screen
Jermaine.
sharing, yeah.
Yeah,
is it okay now?
Jermaine.
Can
If you can hear me,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Look, this is what you want to do, Jermaine. You know,
Yes.
you see the telephone to hand out the red button just beside this to the right. You see like two squares. One, yeah, to the right. Just no to the other side, to the other right.
The double square, right?
To the
No,
right.
no,
Ah,
no,
this
the
one,
other one. To the
this one.
other side. Two squares. You see two squares there, and you will see
Ah,
stop sharing.
Oh, okay, okay, it's now okay.
Ah,
It
yeah,
works.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, sorry. I have to.
All right, got it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Frank. Now I can see everybody. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so happy. Okay, so we should read the questions again so that everybody could follow what's going on, right? So, Vendo, here's the questions. What is the supernatural? Do you believe in any kind of supernatural, like ghosts or fortune tellers, horoscope, astrology, UFO, vampire, etc.? We
Of
are
course,
discussing.
I believe in events, supernatural events, because I've already seen specific kinds of events in my lifetime. Um, for example, when I was maybe 30, 30, 40 years old, I was a friend's house playing video game. So it's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. the night at the night. I said to my friend, "Look, I go to my house because it's late and I needed to have dinner." He said, "Okay, so bye. When you follow up me until the gate, uh, me uh, he and I we both see a shadow walking in the toward the gate.
Shadow.
We thought yes, a shadow walking toward the gate. we thought that was his brother, older brother. We called it André. Uh, your mom is calling you, but this shadow didn't answer anything. So we walk toward the gate, and we're looking for this shadow. Uh, we're thinking is trying to make a joking with me and my friend. We turn on the lights, and where is your brother? I don't know. Nossa. Oh my gosh. Both we stay scared. Immediately, I run away to my house. in in another in another opportunity, I was a adult. I was participating a party New Year's, and my friend, a woman, incorporate a demon into your body.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but until this day, I didn't believe in any demon, ghost, whatever. After this day, I I I passed to believing in supernatural.
This is huh?
Yeah, so have you
Yeah.
finished?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you.
interesting stories.
uh,
Uh,
and,
yeah, we are the
and
first questions, and you already share.
lately my English is very poor because I didn't practice. I've been not practicing my conversation, but I have been practicing my listening, my reading, but my conversation is very poor. So first of all, I ask apologize for everyone.
Oh no, you don't have to
That's okay.
apologize. Yeah, we understand you. Yeah, and we would love to hear your stories, of course. And a quick reminder, we have a lot of questions later asking about ghost stories, something like that. So you may want to save them for later. Because this is just a very general questions like, do you believe in any kind of supernatural? What do you think in general?
Any kind of not of course, because I believe in demons, ghosts, but vampires, no, not at all.
You still
Um,
believe in demons now?
yes, demons
Ah,
because I've already seen.
oh, yeah. So save it for later. Okay. Uh, Thank you for sharing. We
Oh,
would like to keep going with Marta. Maybe Marta, can you
Yes.
share your opinion?
Okay. I would like to say about fortune tellers. In my culture, people tend to believe. I mean, maybe we call it fortune teller or a woman who somehow kind of say the future. But it turns out to be not true. But people still believe in those fortune tellers. Uh, and I would like to say a story about the ghost in my hometown. Uh, During like 1930s, there was in our history in my country there was a period when lots of people were hungry and they were kind of slaughtered because of hunger, and they weren't like buried properly, like kind of in a row. They were uh, it was said, but I don't know. Is it a truth or it's kind of myth? And their bodies were buried on by on, like a layer, and it turned out like a how to say, like a hill there, and so it was a kind of dead desert, the place. There were no houses there. And when the city became bigger and bigger, locals started like building their houses around this hill. And just there is one house which is next to that hill, and it's believed that people who move that house, something happens. And you can see clearly that this is like a kind of storied kind of cottage. And there is a saying among the people that as soon as they like people, when they move into the house, something happens. I don't know, it's like a saying, I don't know. But there are no windows there, and it's empty, no people live there, just building. So
Haunted, haunted house.
Oh, scary.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, thank you. How about Frank? A sleepy face, maybe we can wake you up. How about your opinion?
But what do you want to know, like the supernatural thing or a story right away?
Your opinion, like, what do you think about the supernatural? Do you believe in
Actually,
any kind of those things in general?
yeah, actually, just before starting the call, like 30 minutes ago, I just uploaded my video to the Facebook group, and I'm telling something similar to what I'm about to say now. I believe I have a theory. I don't know what you guys think, but I have a theory that most of these tales and supernatural kind of stories, like ghosts, like spirits or something, they are like made up to try to scare people away from something. It's like a way to control them, you know. Like for instance, I in the end of my video, I'm gonna tell the story I'm gonna tell here later about this uh, demon that is around the region where I come from, and he shows up to people who are drunkards or womanizers or something like that, you know. So that's my opinion. I think these kind of tales, you say it to people to try to behave, you know, and to be moral. And yeah, I don't know, but who knows in the end? If science can prove it, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical, I guess.
Yeah, me too. I believe in those kind of things, but only when I was a kid. But I
Yeah.
guess maturity and growing up kill most of my dreams. I don't believe in the magic, like fortune tellers.
Why
But
do you?
just
Why
because
didn't you believe? Why?
because I just haven't experienced any kind of paranormal phenomenon.
Ah,
If I
that
have,
is
then
why.
I definitely will believe. But for
Ah,
me personally, uh, I know a lot of people who experience those kind of things, but not me. Maybe I don't know,
I have
but
a
I just
I
don't
have a
believe.
question. If you experience this event into your house when you stay alone, you will be scared or not? You have afraid or not?
I think
That's
I
tricky one.
That's the
I think
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
humans can be scared easily, you know. And
Yeah,
just because you're scared doesn't mean it's real.
it
Have you thought
maybe
about?
because of the dark or the
Yeah,
loneliness,
can be
but
proven.
I don't believe in invisible forces or things.
Yes. I confess that my first experience I was scared. But the second experience I was skeptical. But this time I've already believed in demons, ghosts, because of course I have another different experience, but I don't have seen something concrete, okay? But I've already heard voices, my um, supplies crawling exactly. The My door knocking strongly without no wind. But I don't have afraid. I don't have afraid of these this this events because I believe in God. I have a faith, and I know that anything is strike to me.
Mm.
Yes. So let's hear from Francis. What do you think?
Oh, I haven't prepared for this topic because I just prepared half hours ago, and I believe Atlas said and the supernatural is something our scientists cannot explain or based on our scientific theories, and maybe we cannot explain now, and besides this. I think the alien and UFO are not supernatural. They are science fiction. And yeah, and um, when in the China, I think most of people they don't believe such things. They were taken the education by how can I say by uh, enthusiasm. Maybe this word. Just our country uh, was taken charge by communist party. So this party they were totally atheism. So they don't believe God, and they don't believe and don't mention those evil uh, spirits or some kind of demons, monsters, and so there's no education about this. Even in religions, they are not uh, they are forbidden or not allowed to talk about this. So most of people were don't believe those supernatures. But uh, uh, in the real society, in our people, sometimes, especially in old people, they believe in such things. Yeah, there's some stories, and I will talk to you later. Okay, this is my
Yeah.
Are
Thank you.
you atheist? Are you atheist or Francis?
Francis.
uh, I don't know, but I believe science. So
Like you believe in UFO and
uh,
alien?
uh, I think the alien and UFO are science fiction. Maybe there exist, but we just don't know, and we haven't found of them.
Alien is a different kind of. I don't consider a supernatural event because alien is whatever human being living uh, out of the earth.
Yeah.
So if you have any opinions, other opinions, or any terms that you want to share with us, you can share.
Uh,
I don't know
uh,
if Jermaine is still there.
Yes, can you hear
Yeah,
me now?
Jermaine. Yeah.
I just want to introduce a term, potter's ground, potter's field. Potter's
What is
field
it?
is a place where the burial place for those, because somebody mentioned a story, a ghost story just now. So it's
Yeah.
a place for those unidentified bodies. So when
Yeah, I see.
you
Poor
pray,
place.
so
It's,
this one is the
it
place for
relates to
them.
my story, I guess.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's from Malta.
And by seeing Jermaine is a big famous of Harry Potter.
so because
Um,
this I first know this term because from a fiction from Canada. It's about a doctor. And also just now, because New York got a lot of people die because of the coronavirus. So many people die. So they have no burial place for them. So they just put them in those like a potter's place, not potter's field. So this term I know this term. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you, but very, very, very
Yeah.
low. Your
I'm just
voice is
saying I
very silent. And could you turn off sharing, because you turn on sharing again? If I can tell you a story, it would be a supernatural story with the fortune teller as a main character. It is very strange, I must admit. The story is like that. It is from my experience. Um, somebody owed me a little sum of money. It wasn't a great sum of money, and it was a woman exactly. And she tell me that her friend would give me that money back. And she told me that I should contact this woman. And she told me also that this woman is a professional fortune teller. Uh, so I contacted her, but she told that she won't give me the money because she didn't obtain the money from her friend, and she is not able to give me back. So I was furious, of course, and after some time, I invented a joke or a trick, and I changed a little my voice, and I phoned her again, and I blinded my phone number, and I said that I would like to visit her as a client because she is a fortune teller, so she would predict my future. So she was very eager, and made an appointment, and I went to her and I visited her, and I tell her the true reason for my visit, that I'm not a client and that I want my money back. And but initially she welcomed me to her house. It was, it was a scenario of a fortune teller because it was a glass sphere there. It was dimmed light. It was very dark there. It was very well prepared for the fortune telling. So I said her that first that I can see that you are a professional fortune teller, and she agreed with me. Yes, I am. I can tell you your future, of course. And then I said the real reason for my visit, and that I want my money back. And she was furious, and it turned out that she was a liar, because I said to her, if you are a fortune teller, you should know what was the real reason of my visit here. So you are not only a thief, you stolen my money,
Sure,
but
with
you are
straight
also a liar.
Poor her.
But Tom, but do you believe in fortune teller or not?
No, since then I don't believe fortune teller.
You don't believe
Uh,
anymore. Uh-huh. Uh,
How can they tell your future? Is it by the cast, by the tarot cast?
Sorry, I cannot
Is it
hear
by?
you.
I'm really frustrated. Never mind. Never mind.
I me for me, I do believe fortune teller sometimes. I visit here. There is a fortune teller here in Korea. I paid sometimes 10,000 won or 5,000 won. There is a specific topic that you can ask for, and then you have to pay. There are different amounts. If you want to know the whole thing about in your life, you have to pay at least 30,000 won. So and she's going to read all the cards, and you have to select the cards. So it's kind of funny things because you believe, oh, you can get this one in the next few months, but you can't get it. So sometimes I feel bad. No, no, I don't believe anymore. It's just wasting money. They are going there to tell us about our future, but it's not true. There seems like lying to us. But sometimes I'm curious about my future. So, oh, I call my friend, let's go to the fortune teller. Yes.
Me too. I believe in fortune teller because I risked it once a time go to see a fortune teller, and there she uh, spoke about a specific kinds of stuff of my life that I didn't say to anything. Neither of my mother know about this kind of stuff. So at first glance, I was shocked because how how did you know about that?
Huh?
Since then, I passed to believe in fortune teller because she spoke, predicted some peculiarities of my life, and the most part of them became a reality. Uh, right now, I'm expecting to pass by this coronavirus time to visit her and to know about my future.
Mm.
I think we have a new member,
Yeah,
Oscar.
part.
Welcome, Oscar. We were talking about
Sorry,
supernatural.
I was moving the microphone. Hi, how are you? Hi, everybody.
Yes.
The day is starting in Peru here.
Are you from Peru?
Hi, hi, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we can
hear
Okay.
hear you.
your
Hi,
mic. Uh-huh.
loud and clear.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, do
Here,
you know about today's topic?
no, exactly. It's about the. No, no, I don't remember what is the topic.
It's about supernatural.
Ah,
Supernatural.
supernatural. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we just sharing stories about supernatural kind of things. Maybe you can bring us your opinion about supernatural. What do you think about it? Do you believe in any kind of supernatural?
Well, I visited Wizard the last time was 7 or 8 years ago, but it was for a disease of a relative. But here there is a lot of stories about supernatural, about wizards, about how to say kind of local religion. Because before the Spaniards, there was a lot of religions about supernatural powers, about the nature, about some kind of gods. And now, uh, although a lot of people are Christianity, there is gods like Viracocha, like Pachamama, and South America, and there is very common. People make some kind of activities in order to make happy their local gods. Even a mountain can be a god or a supernatural entity. That is very curious here.
So it's related to religion. But to you personally, do you believe in them?
I believe in negative supernatural powers or not or powers linked to how to say bad things or bad I don't know how to say for to hurt somebody or to make bad actions. I don't know how to say, but many of my relative believe in that the damage, for example, to make problems to somebody. For example, there is a natural, for example, the wizards. Wizards offer this services about to destroy somebody or to uh, make fell in love to somebody, for example, that kind of services. And there's many places that offer that.
Yeah, thank you, Oscar. And
Mhm.
do you think science will ever prove any supernatural beliefs?
To me, the question,
Mhm.
Do you think science will ever prove that kind of beliefs about the supernatural?
yes. Well, how to say? I believe that science could explain everything. However, always there are some areas that in the state of the art it is not possible. For example, 1 century ago, there is no many explanation about the viruses, but now we can know what happened with every disease that is not linked with bacteria or or other kind of diseases. I don't know what is the relation now, researchers of the science with the Peruvian's superpowers entities, but I hope that in 20 or 30 years, the science could explain some things. Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. How about other? Do you think that science will prove
Science
supernatural?
may, science may not prove it works, but it can prove it didn't work.
Can you give example?
It proved it didn't exist. For example, the ghost, maybe they can use the machine to measure the wave, the electrical wave. At least it can measure. It cannot prove it exists, but it can
Yeah,
prove it didn't exist. I
it's
mean, on the other,
like experiments, right? Because I've seen some documentaries and TV shows about a group of scientists. They try to conduct some experiments about supernatural things, like the near-death experiences with
yeah,
different experience from other people. So I guess they can conduct that kind of experiments based on psychological knowledge, for example. How about other people? Do you have any additional information about these questions?
I want to ask a question. How do those people tell the future? Because Chinese use watch your hand, watch your palm telling.
Yeah,
But others, how do they tell your future? Is it by the cards, playing the cards? How do they tell your future?
I think there are a lot of version about future tellers, like someone who can read the palms, like you said, and someone who can read the coffee left
Oh
after
yeah,
the
the tea.
drinking it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and some people just read the face.
yes. I want to know Tom just mentioned the fortune teller. What way he's going to tell the fortune? By what way? By what means?
Yeah,
Is it
You know,
because
about the fortune teller, I think personally that the great fortune teller should be a great psychologist.
Yes.
If the fortune teller is a good psychologist, it could suggest their client the situation that is most probable, and make the person even to do some things. So these predictions would be true, because the suggestion would be so strong that the person would do like the fortune teller predicted. So I think the good fortune teller exists, but they are not really tellers of fortune, but they are good psychologists.
I
Exactly.
think
Yeah,
some people are very suggestive. That means they are prone to be suggested by other people's. So
No, for
one,
example, if fortune teller observes that woman is in love with her partner, and she is determined that she would marry him, she would tell you would marry him for sure. You will see, you will marry him. And after this woman goes out from this cabinet, she thinks, oh, I am in love in this man, and the fortune teller told me also that I would marry him. So why not do it like that? And it turns out that the prediction was true.
Tom is a really a good storyteller.
I agree.
Your example is very funny. Person.
Yeah, we
yeah,
also should ask Francis about this because I believe China has a lot of different
Yeah, yeah.
fortune teller versions.
I don't know. Maybe yeah. Well, one of kind of fortune teller, just like Tom said, they are psychologists, kind of like, and the other one is just like Sherlock Holmes. You know, they are good at observing people. They just analyze people, and um, they use their experience to predict or analyze the what you did, or what's your job, or what's your personality, and they can just how can I say? I don't believe the fortune tellers, because I met a very famous fortune teller when I was 20 years old, and uh, I went there with my best friends, and they just give me he just gave me a prediction, because I will not get married until 40 years old. Actually, I just married, and yeah, when I was 28 years old. So yeah, so I don't believe
So you should
the
have
fortune
your money back.
teller. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and there's a lot of supernatural stories. All of them, people were heard from other guys, and they don't see it, and they have been through these things. I think, yeah, people always want to believe something they cannot explain, or they don't want to do some research, or they just want to believe some uncertain theories, or uh, there is kind of visual spirits, uh, or monster or demons. I think yeah, that's there's a thing. Um, my mom always believed there, and he told me many times, because when I was young, and how can I say, when I was a child, maybe 3 or 4 years old, and one day I suddenly could not stand up, and I just lie on the bed, lie on the sofa, and he tried many different ways and to let me help me stand up. I and I just couldn't stand up for maybe 2 days, and so she was very worried about, and also my dad was. So they took me to the hospital, and the doctors give me a check and say, yeah, I'm good. I was good, and I have no problem. And they just don't know why I cannot stand up. And so my mom and my parents, they were very, worried about me, and they called help for a lot of people. And there's a aunt of my mom, and she gave my mom a suggestion. She said, maybe it's your mom. Actually, it's my granny, who have died for 10 years. She said, maybe it's your mom, like your son, and she don't want to go, and she just inside your son's body. So you should do something. And yeah, and my mom believed, and he just asked her, asked for help. So the aunt of my mom, she asked for help, another guy, and just I don't know, uh, I don't know the details, and she just gave her some money, and he do some kind of just um, burn some papers, burn a paper man or some stuff, and after a night, and in the second morning, I just can't stand up, and just like normal.
It's like
Yeah,
magic. Ah.
yeah. I
That's
don't know
So in
why.
that
interesting.
case,
So
in
you
that
Yeah.
case,
recover.
she used her sixth sense. At least I believe in sixth sense.
Are you too hungry at that time? Are you too hungry at that time? You cannot stand up,
Uh,
or you just
because I
play
don't know
temper?
these things, but my mom tell me for many times, and she told her friends about this thing. She cannot explain why. We don't know explain. Uh, you know, so,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's
So,
right.
So
by the
I
way,
can tell my story about we seeing the ghost. At one time, I was not in my country, so I'm living alone and then very lonely. Then the whole house is nobody know my mother tongue. Nobody will speak to me in my mother tongue. Suddenly, I heard somebody calling my name in my mother tongue. So I'm so scared
Oh,
because nobody will know my name. Nobody will know my Chinese name, and nobody how to speak my native tongue. So I'm so scared. I think, oh, maybe somebody, some demon is somewhere nearby. So I tell him to go away, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then afterwards, I settle down, and then really the voice gone. Then it become quiet. Do you think I really
eh,
see the demon? Demon?
it happens often, Jermaine, or not?
Yeah,
It
I think
happens.
I'm too lonely because I'm too lonely and too quiet. I have some sort of hallucinations. I hear my voices. Maybe that's not true.
Uh,
I'm just too lonely.
and how often this happens with you?
No,
Wow.
just one time when
One
I'm leaving.
time.
Yeah, one time when I leave abroad, and then when I nobody near me, and then suddenly I heard somebody calling my name.
With me, this kind of situation happens often.
Really?
Yes, really.
all right, guys. So I think we have to give a chance to our new members, uh,
Yeah.
Sultan and Mr. I don't know name. What's your name? Mr. Him? Mr. Him?
Hi.
Hello, guys.
Hi,
Sultan,
Sultan.
hello. Can you hear us?
Hi everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh,
Huh? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, loud and clear.
Uh, yeah, and
We are
uh,
talking
today
about
I'm late.
natural. Uh-huh. Maybe
Today I'm late. I'm not in time
Yeah,
actually.
we have been through the first three questions. You missed the party, and now you have to, you know, answer from the scratch. Like, do you believe in any kind of supernatural? And what kind of supernatural things uh, that happened to you? Because we've
Uh,
already shared a lot of ghost stories and interesting stories. related to fortune tellers and ghosts and demons. If you have any story, you can share with us now.
I believe in supernatural things. Uh, After I experience or kind of uh, experience,
We can't hear you well.
Yeah, your connection is not very good.
maybe connection.
Fazer um cafezinho para vocês, tá bom?
Maybe you want to end this call and back to us later. Can you do that? Sutat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He left.
Sutan just leave.
How about another one? We have a newcomer
Yeah.
because I don't see him in my screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can you please speak yourself? Have a
Mr.
quick introduction.
Oh, Kirill also here.
Conectado no computador, então ele tá ativado.
Mr.
Então eu posso
Mr.
microfone que ele...
What's your
Mas se
name?
eu tirar o microfone
Mr.
aqui,
MH.
o meu notebook...
Mr. MH, can you please introduce brief introduction here to our chat? No, I think he's mute, so he can't hear us.
Kirill Frisov, can you hear me? Kirill.
Because in this group, guys, I want everyone to speak up. So yeah, so we have to share our ideas, our perspective about our topic, so everyone can speak, not only one
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people are coming. Lynn,
É,
maybe you can see
exactly.
the
Today this group conversation is crowded.
yeah, like they want to hear ghost stories, something.
Yeah, I think this is very interesting topic.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. Interesting topic.
So I think Kirill also here, our fifth test member. Kirill, are you
So,
here?
welcome everybody new here. Can you speak yourself? Have a quick introduction. I think there are 3 more people coming, right? And somebody is from Russia,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Kirill.
I'm
Mr.
afraid that Skype cannot manage so many people that we would have trouble.
Yeah.
I will go
As a,
first.
Correct. Tom.
I need
I
the
agree
place.
with you.
So, can you hear me?
Huh?
Hi guys, I will go
Some
first.
people
I
have
need to place for other people.
trouble with the
You wanna go,
Skype
Jermaine?
connection.
Yes, and I can leave the place for other people to speak. I have enough.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Jermaine.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
See you.
Thank you.
See you. See you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So I think Kirill left. So just continue. Who is that? Mr. MH? Where are you? Are you still here? We can't hear you. So please turn on your mic.
You should unmute your Hatem, Hahal.
Yeah, unmute.
Unmute you.
Unmute. Please unmute your speaker, your sound.
Yeah, that's a microphone icon on your screen. You might want to tap on it to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Maybe he doesn't know how to do it because maybe this is his first time to join this kind of group.
Yeah.
So So just keep moving, guys. I will just send him a message. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we should back to our topic. What questions? We already covered the first four questions, right? And now I guess it's time for more stories. Like, have you ever seen anybody who claimed to see a ghost, or do you yourself experience any kind of ghost experience?
Who's first? Can you? Tom, are you there?
You are talking to, are
Yes,
you
I
talking
am.
to me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
my experience with ghosts are only related to dreams. I have friends, and my parents also told me that they had dreams in which the shapes were visible of ancestors, and these ancestors were telling something about the present time, and they gave advices what to do, and these dreams were treated as a prophets, as a fortune teller should, what this person should do. This is my only experience with supernatural things, and personally I think that it is also related to the psychology. If person thinks something about their troubles, about their ancestors, that for example, if someone hasn't been for a long time on the cemetery, hadn't visited the grave, and hadn't put the flowers on the grave, for example, and he has bad feelings about that, and it could cause the dreams with these ancestors. So it is, in my opinion, it is related to psychology, but it helps, of course, it helps to the person to deal with the problems caused with the current affairs. So sometimes it is useful to hear what the dreams are telling to your mind. Sometimes it is good to make some decisions which are related to those dreams. That's like this. That's me. Okay.
Anybody else who want to share your stories?
Yeah.
Mr. Hadam wants to speak.
Yeah. I'm truly happy to see you and to join your nice group. I am Hatem Fath Hilal, and I am from Libya. Actually, I'm a student at the University of Ajdabiya. Ajdabiya is my city. And I do believe that supernatural it's only in the dream for me. Okay, I have no experience in supernatural in reality, but as a dream, I have seen one day that I am running on the air. Uh, my feet did not touch the air, so I'm running on the air. Okay, and that's what I have seen in my dream. But in reality, I think there's no people who are supernatural. That's what I think. But maybe you have seen someone. Tell me if you have.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, I guess there's other newcomers, right? Because
Thank
I
you,
don't see them.
Yeah, Kirill.
Kirill.
Kiri,
Yeah.
welcome, Kiri. Are
Yes,
you
Kirill.
there? Can you
You
introduce
you should
yourself?
unmute yourself, Kirill, because you are
Yeah.
muted.
Yes. Can you
Yes.
yourself? Uh-huh. Please
How
unmute.
many people are participating in this conversation today?
I think we are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, welcome.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Can you
I'm
introduce about yourself?
uh, I'm from Russia. It's my first time on your meeting,
But
so
they have to my flat.
I'm
I'm gonna join you.
Oh, uh, if I'm not mistaken, then you can read the face, right? Because I've been following you on Instagram. Is it
Mm,
you who can read the face?
yes.
Wow, that's interesting. Can you share with us your experience as a face reader? Because we are talking about supernatural.
It's not supernatural because
Ah, it's a science, right?
it's science.
Yeah, I
It's uh,
see. I see.
it's like I don't know. It's like biology.
But in general, do you believe in the other supernatural? What kind of supernatural do you believe in?
I don't know. I don't believe supernatural things because I've never had experience with supernatural.
Yeah, because we've been through the first 4 questions. As you can see, the questions list on Skype on our group. So
I'm
we just gone through some stories, ghost stories, and fortune tellers. Like a lot of interesting stories about the supernatural.
I'm
If you have any opinion about it, you can share with us because you're new, so it's your turn to speak. And yeah, we would be happy to hear from you because we already speak a lot.
Yes. Go ahead, Kirill. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
I'm here to support you.
I'm trying to say I'm only reading your task in your list in Skype. Can I read? Then I speak about it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Take your time. We'll back to
Okay.
you later. Meanwhile, I guess we have a lot more stories to share, right?
Mhm. Okay. So let me
Eh,
say. All right. So before, guys, when I was in the Philippines, this is all about fortune teller. Okay. So before, I think that was I was 22 years old, and then fortune teller said that I will meet a man, and he is 38, 30 plus. And then when I met this person, my life maybe good or yes, I'll be happy or yes. And then I'm just waiting that man for a long time. Oh my goodness, I'm crazy. And then whenever I met man 30 plus, I it comes in my mind, maybe this man is for me. Because it reminds on me when the fortune teller told me about the one, and he said, I don't know, he said, but I think you are going to marry the person that near from your place. So Yeah, but I married with my husband, so yeah, that's why I'm here. So when I met my husband that time, and he is 36, so it came in my mind. Okay, this man maybe that what I'm waiting for. So yeah, so yeah, sometimes fortune teller can guess or can tell our future, but sometimes is not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just coincidence.
yeah, it depends on you if you believe it or because if you believe it, you're trying to find a way to.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or else you're gonna find excuses like,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah.
And Adeline, could you tell us more about the famous Philippine healers? Because you know, even
Ah,
here in Poland, there are people, there are men from Philippines who can special abilities to take out organs from human's body without making any blood or any cuts on the skin.
Ooh.
yeah.
Have you heard about it?
We have a lot in the Philippines. We call that ambulario. Albulario means medicine practitioner in the Philippines, and they can heal you even though without cutting your skin. And sometimes I also did when I was in the Philippines. When I go to the hospital, yeah, there's no disease or symptoms, can find the doctor and always said, you're negative, you're fine. And then when I tried to go to the albulario, then I can be healed, and they're just trying to write something like Francis said, like paper, and then you have to put in the water, and then you have to drink like your medicine, and seems like your tablet. Yeah, and then later on you'll be fine if you believe it, and I think you'll be fine. But if you don't believe it, it opposite of their powers, so you can't be fine. So you have to believe it.
So
And
it's
there
kind of
are many
placebo.
cases.
It's
Yeah,
a kind
there
of
are many
placebo.
cases. Sorry.
It's a kind of placebo,
Uh-huh.
placebo.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
that.
There are many cases in the Philippines, especially if you don't have money, you can't go to the hospital. So you have optional. You can go to hospital. If you have money, you can go to the doctor. Or if you don't have money, you can go to the albulario. So yeah, you can be fine both. It depends. But yeah, there are many cases in the Philippines that you are something like your stomach getting big when you go to the doctor, no, you're fine, but go to the albulario. The albulario will tell you that you have been cursed by other people. So yeah, and they can heal you. So
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
know where they can get that kind of power. I'm not sure, but if you believe, you can be healed. You will be fine. And
In China, some this kind of man, they always told you, uh,
uh-huh,
if you believe it, it will work. If you don't believe it, it doesn't work on you. So we never know. Uh, we never know the truth about this because
uh-huh.
maybe it doesn't work, and they told you because you don't believe it, because you don't believe me. Yeah, so it won't work.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think
It's
it
like a
depends on your belief.
It's like in the child story about the clothes of emperor, which bought the very expensive clothes, and it turned out that he was naked because only fools cannot see that clothes. You know that story,
Huh?
No.
You don't.
no?
You never heard
You
that one?
You
No.
don't know the story. There was a emperor king. There was a king, and he wanted to buy a very fine cloth, a very fine dress for him. And there was a very smart tailor who said, I will prepare you cloth.
I
But
remember this.
this
Yeah.
cloth will be very special because only the smart people, intelligent people will be able to see this cloth. So nobody wanted to admit that that this cloth isn't exist didn't doesn't exist at all. So only a child told that the king is naked.
But nobody says a word because they want to be smart and intelligent. So they
Yeah,
just got silence.
yeah,
Yeah, that's interesting. I believe there is a thin line between tradition, custom, ritual, and superstition. So how do you guys think about it? Like, what do you think is a superstition and what are not? And is there any superstition beliefs in your country? Who want to get started? Maybe Francis, your culture. Is there any superstition?
Uh, I
Superstition. Uh-huh.
I cannot say. I'm not sure about this. Because in China now, the superstition is against the law. The law does the law forbidden people to do superstition things because as I told the Communist Party, they don't believe God, and especially the members of those CCP, China Communist Party, um, they just like a religion. You know, if you join
Yeah.
the Communist Party, you cannot believe the God. You cannot believe any supernatural things. Such this superstition, and uh, uh, as I told our, you know, old generations, especially the people live in the countryside, they have no good educations. They always superstition, and in China, in traditional custom, um, we have ghost festival. Actually, it's in July 15th by lunar calendar. But this festival is not official festival. But in this day, many people, especially those old people, uh, yeah, they will burn some paper money they to their relatives or to their friends who have already passed and send them the money uh, it, in order to give them, to spend in another world. So
Yeah.
this is a common superstition.
We
Yeah.
have the very same ritual, like we
Uh-huh.
burned, they called it ghost money, so that
Uh-huh.
the dead people can, have some commercial transactions in another
Yeah.
life and be
Yeah. Yeah.
wealthy. This is just
Yeah.
ridiculous, like, and it's
Yes.
not very environmental friendly, and they waste a lot of resources, like a paper made from tree and bamboos, like they
Ah.
just
Yes.
burn it for no reason because of that beliefs. For me, I totally, disagree with this tradition. Maybe a
Yes.
small amount is okay, but they burn like a lot because they want their family member who die have a better life uh, after they die, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Okay.
any other super ridiculous traditions or customs which is considered as superstitions?
Yeah, here at Brazil, when you happens New Year, the most part of the population go to the beach, jumping three waves, hoping um, money, health, uh, richness, happiness, and this kind of stuff. Um, Personally, I prefer using my uh, clover. I prefer a clover. I using my wallet. But that's it. It's not out of common. But here at the Brazil is this kind of stuff. The people use the two use it to do in New Year's. Others having different rituals, but I don't know how do you this stuff works.
Yes. How about others? How about Marta?
uh,
You still there?
I would like to talk about, if you don't mind, extrasensory perception, sixth sense.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
so,
yes.
it happened to my sister's friend. Like, she used to have dreams in her, yeah, when she slept, and she used to say, like upcoming days, her friends, one of her friends will get a reward, kind of, in kind of competition. And in real life it happened. Is it kind of sixth sense or something? I don't know. It came to my mind. I just want to share with you. Is it kind of extrasensory perception? Sometimes it happens to other people, like they sense it, this things or situations or occasions which are going to happen in the future beforehand, so that they can see it in their dreams and they can share it with other people who are around him or her, and it really, in reality, it happens.
Exactly. I fully agree with you, Martha.
I think women has a better like sixth sense more than men, like because they are um, way more sensitive than men, right? They can smell the difference before. Like if the husband is cheating, then she will know first because they're just too sensitive. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I can
Uh,
agree with the women's sense. Yeah, might be we are, and mother's sense. Yes, there is a mother's sense. Mother can feel her child. Yeah, has something wrong with him. Yeah, I can agree with.
it's unfair, but it demands. Men's are sensitive too. I believe
Of
that.
course.
Of course, uh,
It
of
depends on
course,
people.
I will compliment. Of course, the most part of the women, they are more sensitive than men, but the men are sensitive too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. How about Oscar? Oscar, how about you? Uh,
Can
please.
you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, well, about how can say, for example, in Lima, well, many cities of Peru, when the first person that you see go outside from your home in a day will determine what will be your luck in the rest of the day. For example, many people say if you see a woman as the first person outside your home, your day will be terrible, for example, or if you see a man, you will have a good day. For example, if you
Yeah.
see you feel some hurt in your right or your left eye, if is going to be bad or a good news. This kind of superstition exists in Peru. Another kind of superstition, for example, when you drop salt and salt in your in the floor, it could be a bad luck, for example, bad luck in the rest of the day. For example, if you don't make some religious practice, for example, I don't know, in Spanish, persignar is like a Catholic signal. When you are going out of your home, will be protect us from negative energy or negative uh, consequences. Because here, before the pandemic, there was many accidents, car crashes, or many robbery, many violence in the streets. And there's the superstition is linked to how to avoid or how to protect yourself in a dangerous situation. Or even there is a practice, is a guinea pig. Here is called cuy. A guinea pig, you it's like a center of diseases. We start put a guinea pig in your body, on part of your body. After that, we start kill the guinea pig, and they open its body, and depending on what in what state are the body, a wizard can say you what is your disease or what is your problem. This is kind of superstition uh, exists in Peru. The majority is linked to the cultural identity. It is the other way of see the things or to see the medicine or the family against the mainstream Western vision of the reality.
Yes, thank you, Oscar. Who else haven't speak up? Tom.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe
About
maybe so I will tell you about the Polish typical superstitions in my country. There are few of them. There is a superstition of Friday the 13th because it is thought that Friday of the Friday the 13th is the unlucky day, the most unlucky day in the year. And the next superstition is the black cat. If the black cat cross your road, it is also thought as a evil thing. And breaking the mirror, for example, if the mirror breaks, it's also not very good. And also looking at the mirror, if you look at the mirror too long, you can see the devil in the mirror at last. And
Really? Like, is
also,
there any specific time you look at the mirror at the midnight, or you just look at the mirror?
I don't know what the time it is needed to see the devil, but anyway. And the next superstition is scattering the salt. When you scatter the salt, it means that something worse will happen. And going under the ladder. When you go under the ladder, it means that something will not go right. And the last, when you go back from your road. For example, if you go out from your home and you forget something and you must go back and take it and go again, it means that it will be bad luck for you. That's all for me.
Hey,
Okay.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, about the Friday the 13th, where I come from is actually Tuesday. Tuesday 13th. That's the bad luck day.
It depends on the
Just
country, you know. In some
yeah.
countries it's Tuesday, in some countries it's
Hmm.
Friday.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
all the
think
Friday
rest,
for
I
me.
think in Poland because of the Christian tradition, it's a tradition of
uh,
Good Friday. The death of the Christ it was in
yeah,
Friday, so I think it is because of that.
uh, and about the mirror, when you break a mirror, it's 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't hear, I didn't know about looking yourself at the mirror too much. I guess I don't know. That's most for women, I guess, when they
Yeah.
look at.
Especially me, I always looking at the mirror,
Yeah.
Like too
checking.
much.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope that's not gonna be any bad
Uh,
luck for me.
yeah, there's another one. I don't know if this is superstition, supernatural, or what, but do you guys remember about the Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I
What
remember.
happened to that? I mean, people forgot about that, but it's still there. So what's going on?
The Yeah, people die. Yes, there. I read a book about it, like it's kind of fiction book, and read about a little bit about the story of it. Scientists also couldn't um, prove the, how to say, the origin of the story. Somehow, all of a sudden, a ship disappeared there with a boat full of people. And I would like to add about the mirror. In our culture, at night, when like when you go to bed, you have to cover the mirror
Mm.
with a sheet of something, cloth. Otherwise, I don't know. We were told like that, but in reality, I don't do that.
In my
And
country, they believe that if you comb your hair like exact at the exact midnight, then bad things gonna happen to you. Like the demons, the evil things gonna chase you. If you cut your hair or comb your hair at midnight, I never done that. I don't know what happens,
You should
uh,
try.
but they said,
you should. We have nail at night.
Same,
We are not supposed to cut our nails at night.
same as
Oh,
in the Philippines.
why?
yeah,
Bad luck. Yes, whenever you cut your nails at night, maybe something bad happened with your families. Maybe someone dies, so you should not cut
Wow.
your. Yes, and also we have a lot of superstitious belief that, for example, when you eat and then when the people finish, you should not clean up all the dishes when someone's still eating because maybe he or she cannot get married, get married. So yeah, you should wait until she finished or he finished eating so you can clean all the dishes. And at the same time, when you break the glass, there is something happen maybe with your relatives, your family, maybe have an accident or maybe yes. And at the same time, when you're eating and then when you feel the fork, that means you will have a visitor, maybe that is man because
Hmm.
fork. But if it's spoon, that means woman. You will have
Yeah.
visitor coming. And yeah, there are many superstitious beliefs in the Philippines. And also, when you comb your hair at night, you should bite after you combing your hair. You should bite the comb after you combing your hair to avoid any bad smell or something happen. Yeah, so I just whenever I comb my hair at night, after the one I bite, I just
Really?
tear my. Yeah, there are so many superstitious beliefs. So yeah, I just follow. Anyway, it depends on you when you believe or not. If there's nothing happen anyway, it's up to you.
Yeah, I think the older generations have the tendency to believe in those kind of things. The younger generation, they don't because they
Here.
have, yeah, like a lot of critical thinking, and they want to have a right reason to believe in this, so they just don't believe in it. Only older generations
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a lot of rules and superstitions they want their children to follow.
Mhm.
I would like to make a quick survey. It would be occasion for everyone to speak one sentence at least.
Yes,
What
yes.
would you do if someone sneeze? If someone sneeze, what would you say to this
If
man who
someone
sneezed?
There's
Because
someone talk behind your back, or whenever you bite your tongue, suddenly you bite your tongue. That means someone talking behind your back, gossiping
Or
behind your back. Yeah,
sneezing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, about the sneezing.
Sneezing.
About the
because you
sneezing, that's really curious because I know that in US and the movies, some people say like "God bless you," and
Mm.
some
yeah,
other people say that other word. But where I come from, yeah, is like you said, like the literal translation is health. You said health.
good health. I
Yeah,
wish you good
health.
health.
Just
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Just like
Mhm,
health, like that. But
But
nothing bad happens if you don't say it. It's like just politeness, I guess.
mhm. But in another countries, what is the saying after sneezing? Could you tell?
The same answer in Kazakhstan, in Turkey. We say
Hello, guys.
bless you, and we wish health to the person who just sneezed.
Oh, something is hang up.
uh-huh. Okay, so let's give a chance to other one. How about Kirill? Are you free now to speak? Can you share your thought thoughts about our topic? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I with you. Yes, I'm here with you. When somebody sneezing in Russia, we talk to be healthy.
Mhm. Yes.
Anything else you want to share, like other superstitions in your country?
You know, uh, our can you repeat?
Is there any superstitions, thoughts, or beliefs in your country?
Our superstitions is like Tom's
Like,
superstitions because I'm from Russia, Tom from Poland, and we have almost same culture. So we have superstitions like uh, black cat, uh, superstitions about mirror, and another.
yeah. So I
How
guess
about
that's
how about
uh,
MH? Are you there?
image
MH, what's your
kind of
wait?
mysterious man.
Mr. Him? Uh, how to pronounce your name? Are you still there?
I think it's my team.
Team? Ah.
Hmm.
Got it.
Mysterious man. I don't know if he's still there.
Yes, Matim, are you still there? Maybe you can share about your superstitious belief in your country.
Yes, I want to say something. Uh, uh, common in my country. Uh, about sneezing, we say may Allah bless you. But about the other superstition, it's common here when you drop the cupcake on yourself or on the air. That's mean that there's money will come to you. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Listen.
but maybe you want to speak louder, a little bit louder, please.
Yeah, I will try. Yes, I will try. Here in my country, uh, when you drop the cafe, that's mean that there is a lot of money will come to you. Is it clear now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you. Mm. So anything else?
D- Does it count if you do it intentionally, or does it have to be by mistake?
So you can get a lot of money, or maybe just
Um,
accidentally. You accidentally drop the coffee.
mm,
I don't think it
thought so.
counts. Hopefully.
Yes, because if that happen, I have to drop all the time
Yes.
coffees. I can get a lot of money.
Yeah. And
Right.
hey,
Mm-hmm. So anything else so far? Do you have any superstitious belief in your country, Mr.
yes,
Maher?
there are another. Yes, there are another superstition in my country
Chinji.
that if you want to, if you uh, take off your tooth and
Chinju.
one of them come over the
Chinju.
another, that means that you have a long travel, that you will go
Your
long travel.
your speaker keep cutting off. We can't hear you well. Um, I think Lee, maybe we have to go to the last questions. Take
Yeah.
2 hours
I
plus.
guess we just
Uh-huh.
went through a lot. Like, do you think some people have supernatural
Oh,
abilities? We already did that,
what?
right? Like
Mhm.
super fortune tellers or
Oh, Lee,
people with sixth sense.
your mic, your speaker.
My speaker. Can you hear me
Yeah, yeah,
now?
I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me now? Yeah. So maybe we can move on with the last questions. Okay. What are some of the scariest supernatural movies that you have
Ah,
seen?
that's
Any movies?
that's a good one. I'm not really into horror movies, but I remember I watched a Japanese adaptation. I think it was called The Grudge with Sarah Michelle Gellar. I watched the Grudge one and the Grudge two. That's it. But it was about basically a haunted house that it was in Japan, and this Sarah Michelle Gellar, she was the main actress. So she moved to that house, and there was like a spirit there living because she died having regret or something. I don't remember, but it was really scary back in the day.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but for me, Japanese movies scares me the most because
Yeah,
uh,
I think so.
there are stories like the tradition, cultures that have a lot of secrets, mysterious
Ah,
things.
there is another one, Insidious. I think it was because it was like about a guy, a little kid who was sleeping. He wasn't like in a coma, but he was like uh, I don't know how to explain it, but it involved astral projection. In this like that kind of supernatural things can be a little bit scary.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of a thriller or horror movies. But if somebody forced me to watch it with them, then I probably can say no. But most of the time, they are so good at persuading me to watch it with them. And the other day, I watched a movie called Shining, The Shining.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's iconic, a
The
classic.
Shine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Shining. It was scary to me. Like the main character, the
Jack
the main,
Nicholson.
yeah, like he was really good at
Mhm.
acting, like, with his facial expressions,
Yeah.
and he made me believe in the stories and immerse myself 100% in the story. Like the remote area far away, it was scary to me.
For me, sometimes this movies with supernatural things are changing during watching into comedy, because sometimes
Really?
the things are so crazy. For example, there was a film where there was a well, and in this well, somebody has drawn, and after many years, comes out of this well with the hair wet from the water, and goes to the home, and I don't know what and
The
this
Ring.
person was in the TV screen, and something,
Yeah.
and some film was not intentionally was played on the TV with this person drawn wet, and it was not frightening, but it happened to be funny after some times, and even based on this film. There was a comedy, not a comedy, but it was a selection of the worst film ever made. It
No
was
sound.
called, what is the name of this selection? The
Scary movie.
scary movie.
Scary movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the main scene in this scary movie. Yeah, scary movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's
what
very
really scares
difficult.
me,
It's
yeah.
very difficult to make a good supernatural film, because I remember now, the best which I saw, it was the movie. It was really horrifying. It was like that. Someone goes to the island, and on this island there is a hospital for insane people, and
Oh, this
he is treated
Leonardo,
as a
Shooter
sick
Island.
person.
Shooter
Shutter
Island.
And
Island, Shutter
after,
Island.
yeah, it was really scary for me. It was really scary, because what could happen with your mind when you are really sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch a lot of explanation videos after watching this, because I didn't understand what was going on there, because it's kind of really complicated to understand.
Hmm.
I can't understand. What movie do you mean? You mean movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I saw this film. It's
Maybe you could describe this film to Lee, because she didn't
I
understand
can't
it.
hear you. Can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Maybe you could explain this film to Lee, because she didn't
I can't hear you
understand
again.
this film. Maybe you can try.
Do you think the man is insane or not? Does he really insane patient there, or was it
Uh,
just a dream?
I don't know why, but I couldn't hear you clearly.
Yeah, it happened the same to me. I listened to a little bit and I see you guys laughing. Then I
Yes,
listen a little bit. So,
It happened to me also a few minutes ago. I think it's some technical issue
yeah,
of Skype.
it's happening.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Skype. Yeah.
I think we should contemplate if maybe we should switch to the Zoom. I think Zoom is better next
Yeah,
time.
totally agree.
I think that's Bill Gates telling us to cut it off, guys. That's too much.
You think that's too much people here? There are
But you
only
know, on Zoom, we actually have to pay for it if we want to have more
You
than
know,
40 minutes conference call.
there are more options now. There's
Really?
Google Meetups. That's a new thing, but I don't know what's the maximum limit of participants. And there's also this app that I have to try that is called Jitsi, and apparently it has no limit. So yeah, I don't know.
But
Yeah,
Zoom, we have to pay if we
Yeah,
are.
Zoom
Hmm?
has to be paid unless you have to do it every 40 minutes. You have to
yeah,
But
restart the
restart. But here we can keep continue recording, right?
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah,
yeah, sure.
this is the good thing.
So what's the difference between Zoom and Skype? We can make
Zoom can manage with many people. Skype is up, I think, up to 5 people. It's okay, and then when the quantity of people is more than 5, it's the troubles begin. And Zoom,
Yeah,
I was in the lessons when 100 people were present, and it was okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And we can see everyone at the same screens
Yeah.
with the active speaker. But here in
Mhm.
Sky, everything was kind of messy because we cannot see the active speakers and we cannot see everyone on the
Mhm.
same screen.
huh? So
yes.
would you like us to transfer to Zoom next week?
But of course, it is what, like Frank said, it is paid. So someone should buy this application. I can pay for it for 1 month. We can try it. It's only $15, so it's not a lot.
Uh-huh.
So if
Yeah,
you
that's
Maybe
great
guys.
idea.
No, I mean guys, sometimes during our meetup sometimes we only have 8 or 5. So sometimes if we are switch up to Zoom, maybe we're just wasting money or we
and
lost
wasting time.
connection. Yeah, we lost our connection with other challengers that is already here on Skype. Because if
Yeah,
we're switching to another app, maybe they're
Mhm.
waiting. Why they're not calling us uh, this week? So because
I
sometimes they are
think
online.
the participants keep rising, and normally we only have like 5 or 7 maximum, but today we have a lot. They participate on the group on your Facebook group, and they know about the time and they try to join. I guess next time we may want to divide in different groups, with different time zone, like so they can we can have smaller groups. It could be better. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, I think so. You can divide into two meet up, maybe in the morning
Yeah.
and evening. So, but you must be tired. Oh, is that okay for you? I think.
We can have other hosts, like other co-hosts, right?
Huh?
And to read the questions only, because like I
Yeah.
think
So
that each
give
group should have a host, like
mhm.
they understand about the topic beforehand and they are well prepared before the meetup live. So I think it could be better if we divide the group. Uh, and from what I observed for today, like there's a lot of people want to speak up, but they just uh, didn't have chance. Like they
Yeah,
miss a lot of good stories to tell.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. So you mean I would like, you mean I want to divide or same day, but to
Yeah,
speak up.
maybe different time, but during the day,
On
Okay.
morning,
Zoom, there is
afternoon, evening.
on Zoom there is also an option to divide participants into separate rooms. So it is more elastic because if you have only five, you can chat in one room. If there are more people, you can divide them to several chats, and it is more elastic.
Oh, really? Like if we
Yes.
have 100 people at the same time, so does it automatically like group people?
No, you
Yeah,
have to
it's
do it.
possible. It's possible. It's
The
up to
host have to
host.
break up.
Host
So
could choose how many rooms should be created, and if he has, for example, 100 person, he could tell that should be 20 rooms, and it would be
I
rooms
see.
with only 5 persons each.
But there is there a feature for that, like the picking up room for
Yeah, yeah.
different? Oh, that's
Yeah.
new to me.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do you prefer, guys? Skype or Zoom? Because I never try. I tried Zoom, but just only one-on-one call, not group call. So I don't know how to do group call in Zoom. So yeah,
it's
So
the same.
how about this?
same.
We have 5 people here on Skype because people already um, on this Skype group a lot. So I think
I
it
can I
could be better if we can confirm who's gonna show up, and then
know,
we group them like in 5 people maximum on the Skype group. So
guys?
we still can use Skype.
Lee, your sound keep cutting off. I cannot hear you well.
Oh my god! How
No,
about now?
I think it's Skype because I actually could hear her. I could listen to
Yeah.
everything she said.
Sound
Yeah,
goes off and on. Please, sound goes
yeah,
off and on.
it's weird.
I
But
want to
Okay.
I
say
think
one thing.
yeah, okay.
Sorry, Lee mentioned about five
Yeah.
people, but I don't know about how many members are in that Facebook group. But if like let's say more than how many? More than five when they want to participate, it's not possible
Mm-hmm.
to say just today five. How can you organize? Like we are going to be five today. It can be like a bit.
Mm, I see.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Um,
It's difficult.
yes, guys, let's try to Zoom next week.
So, is there anyone
Frank,
here have
can
the
you can you make a
speech
group
for Zoom?
in the Zoom?
Sorry, could you repeat?
Uh, guys, I can't hear you well. I don't know. Keep cutting off the connection, maybe, or the speaker. So let's do in Zoom for next week. What do you think, guys?
We could try.
Because
We could try for 40 minutes, and
let's
I think that
let's try
if it will
first.
be good, if the
Mhm,
connect if the topic would be interesting, we could always reload the Zoom and
Yeah.
make a deal that
mhm.
we will disconnect and connect again. It is
Yeah,
not a
Yes,
big
I do agree with you guys.
Uh-huh.
sorry.
I do agree with you. I think it's better to try in Zoom. Maybe it will be better than here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after 40 minutes, then we have to end the call, and then we have a short break, and then we back again with
Yeah.
Yeah, I
another.
tried it. It is
It's
possible.
no big deal.
You can connect at once. You don't have to wait 10 minutes or so. You can almost instantly reconnect, and it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
okay.
next time we're gonna try Zoom.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Let's
So
see.
Yeah,
you
maybe.
use the Skype group chat to send the Zoom link. So we join the Zoom meeting, and after the 40 minutes, we just create another room. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
can you make us a Frank Zoom group? Can you?
Can
But
I?
we must make a deal who would be the host, who would send the link, because there
I'm
in
just
Zoom it's like that the
I'm just
host.
reading
Yeah.
your lips.
Sorry.
I'm just reading your lips because sometimes the connection just cuts and just see you guys.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
think whoever on the laptop can be the host, because it could be better if uh, we host the Zoom on laptop and
Mhm.
Uh,
record the session.
anyway, guys, I already have installed my Zoom, so I will try to send the link with you guys here on Skype, and then yeah, you can join. So I
Mhm.
don't need to ask anybody to to be host. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
Cool.
mm-mm. So anyway, I already have my Zoom account, so I can send you the link and please join, so we can start by
Uh,
next week.
should we try now, or you would do it in the future
Um,
Maybe later, because
later? Okay.
yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah, guys, but could
guys,
you give me an idea about how to use Zoom, please? Because I have tried it, but I couldn't before. But now I need your experience and tell me an idea about Zoom and how can I use it if you have time.
It's very simple. It's like Skype. If you get a link through the Skype or through the email, you just click on the link and you are connected to the transmission.
mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay. So yes, guys, let's wrap up. Wrap up.
And one more questions. How about the
Huh?
task for next week? Like, do I have to prepare the materials, like the video or the article, or you want me to keep just giving out the questions like this week, like what you just did? What do you think?
Mm. Yes, I think this one is better because it helped us to speak up, because we're going to ask a lot of questions that help you to think more in English. But if you're going to practice our listening and picture the whole video, so maybe that will be Frank for the next
Oh,
task giver, because he is very good at that task.
Like
This is
picking
the
the
Instagram
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
And then, Frank, you can ask a lot of questions about the topic. At the same time, we can ask also a lot of questions after this video. So we can interact and talk about during our meetup. What do you think?
So, what do you think, Frank?
yeah. What do I think about what?
Yes, because in this group, guys, we have to practice our communication skills, share
Mhm.
uh,
Yes.
our ideas, and yes, at the same time, our listening skills.
Okay.
Hmm? So I think, Lily, you can keep going about same task this week.
So just stick with what I'm doing, all right? Like just
Okay,
giving
okay.
out the questions, the list of questions.
Yeah. And then let's try next month what Frank can do to be more extreme challenge.
All right.
Okay.
Because some of our
They could
challenger
make it more
members,
advanced.
they just join. Maybe, oh, this group is really really difficult to join the challenge and to make video and identify or to have a point of view about the video. So yes, just keep.
You, you know, guys, I have an idea at this moment. I have a very bright idea. As you know, I made my first video on the Facebook group,
Can
and
you
my
hear?
idea is
Uh-huh.
like that. Only the person who made a description or maybe made video or made some article can attend to this meeting. It would be it would be better
Oh my God.
because
I
the
couldn't hear.
conversation would be more advanced because vocabulary would be searched before and it would be more interesting. What do you think?
I think it's good idea.
Mhm. Yes, why not? Whenever you think, guys, helpful for us, yeah, just let's do it. And
Only people who have done their homework will be privileged to connect here.
And then I would never be here because I never done my
Yeah.
homework.
it's
Right.
not
It's only an idea, you know.
it's not compulsory, guys, to make your video as long as you can participate late. You can do the task later on because sometimes we're busy, right? So, but in this, having a live weekly meetup, it's really nice when you interact with other members. You can listen their ideas and help you to speak up as well. So yeah, it doesn't matter if they cannot do that task on time. It's okay. They can join the weekly live meetup.
Thank you, Lynn.
Mm. Yes, it's not compulsory.
Maybe next week I can try like post an article on the group so that everybody will have chance to look at it and find and pick up some advanced vocabularies beforehand, and then I will list some questions below to what do you think about this article, something like that.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
That I can do.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's good article. And I do have another article if you want to hear it from me. That I think it's good for us to speak a bit about the role of ICT in teaching and learning English as a second language. I think it's good article, but it's just an idea or suggestion if you want to speak about.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe we can share it here at the group later
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway,
because
what are
people
anyway,
share a
guys,
lot other materials.
yeah, yeah. You can share a lot of resources also in the group to the other also member or challengers can also study. I also sometimes share some resources in the group. Anything, Frank?
Yes, guys, we can discuss it one by one. It's not so we can discuss it one by one. For example, the next week we'll discuss one material or one topic or one resource as you want, and the other week we'll discuss another thing. So it will be useful for us to exchange the ideas and communicate each other more and more and win experience as well.
Hmm? So anyway, we already have the task giver of the month. So Yes, you just member in the group, so you don't know maybe the group
Yeah.
system. So I already chosen who will be the task giver of the month. So 1 month we have one task giver, so she has to give the task or challenge one task once a week. So afterly this month, so next month will be Frank, our task giver. So it should be rotation, so everyone will really engage and share our ideas how to improve our English. Because if only one task giver keep doing it, so it's a kind of pressure sometimes because we are also busy our daily basis. So yeah, maybe later on, guys, you can be a task giver. I will uh, is this assign you in the future when the task giver finish, then yeah, we can be a task giver in the group. Also, Kirill will be a fifth task giver. Remember, Kirill? Don't forget.
Nice.
Yes, I assigned him to be a fifth task giver. The fourth task giver is Vivian. Yes, Vivian. Maybe she's busy at this moment. Maybe she's studying another platform, so she can't
Uh,
attend our meetup regularly. So, anything, guys, you can add?
can you repeat your question because
Anything?
I can't clear you. You said
Mhm.
about task giver.
Tyrell, I cannot hear you.
Before I leave, guys,
Ah,
I would
you
like to
still
thank you.
you still here, Martha? Yeah, later on,
Yeah.
Martha, maybe I can assign you as a task giver also.
Okay. Thank you. Guys, I have to leave you. Thank you for this wonderful, speaking
Uh-huh.
club today.
Yeah,
Have a
yeah,
nice evening,
yeah.
morning, day, night. See you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you so much
Bye,
for
Mata.
Goodbye.
joining. Yes, goodbye. See you.
See you.
Yeah.
See you.
Uh-huh.
See you much.
So I guess Kirill didn't hear the part Angeline talking about task giver, right? Kirill, can you hear me?
Yeah,
He
he left.
disconnected.
He left.
Yeah,
Cyril
it
left.
can be a little bit frustrating because I listen to you guys talking, and suddenly Ling is telling something, then Tom is saying something else, and I heard, yeah, it would be a good idea. And then Lee is laughing. Everyone is laughing. Then, what do you think, Frank? It's like, I don't know. Yes.
Because guys, I couldn't hear you. So it's a bit disgusting sometimes because your speaker keep cutting off, so I couldn't hear you well when you're speaking. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. So if you cannot hear me, please tell me
Yeah.
because I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's not just you. It's like Skype mutes itself. So everyone's talking, and I see everyone laughing and talking, and I don't hear anyone. I don't
Oh,
listen. So then,
I,
oh my
for a few seconds, yeah, it's
I
weird.
suppose that to make it better, we should reload the page, and it
Yeah,
would be better.
oh my God.
yeah. Just say, I suppose it's blank. Then it will be better. That was what I listened.
Oh,
I suppose we should reload the Skype to make it better.
oh my God.
Still
Guys,
nothing.
I think I have to leave now because your speaker, your sound keep cutting off. So I cannot hear you guys. When you are talking, I cannot hear you. Keep cutting off, so I cannot recognize what you're saying.
It's
I think
okay.
so.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. And anyway, it's been almost 2 hours and a half now. It's 11:26 here. I have to put the audio.
Yes, guys. I'm sorry. Now I have to leave you, and I have truly enjoyed your group. But I hope that you keep me posted if you have any new ideas. And actually, your group is fantastic and helpful as well for me to grow my English up. So I'll leave you for now, and we'll speak later on. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks.
Thank you for being here with us today. Bye, and thank you for suffering me as a host. I guess I'm not did it as good job as
Yeah.
Angeline, but
Thank
anyway,
you,
thank you all for being
thank you,
here.
guys. Thank you for this meeting.
Yeah,
It was
thank you so
perfect.
much. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good day. Have a good night, whenever what time in your country. Yes, thank you so much, Lee. You're really good. You do a good job.
Thank you guys. Thank you for
Yes.
suffering me.
Bye
Bye. See you.
Bye. See ya.
bye.